Today's episode of the Conversation Havers podcast is brought to you by Clearwater Pressure Wash. They're a pressure washing company in the League City and Friendswood area, and they are the best in the business in the area. They'll give you an amazing, fair price for their work. They do houses, driveways, sidewalks, curbs, patios, really anything you ask of them. I've seen their videos on Instagram. The before and after is really amazing. It can really just revitalize the way your home or your patio looks. You can find them on Instagram and Facebook at Clearwater Pressure Wash, or you can email jesusv32@gmail.com and get in contact with them that way. I highly recommend them, and they are the official sponsor of the Conversation Havers podcast.
All right, welcome to the third episode of the Conversation Havers podcast. I'm Trey. We haven't announced ourselves on any of them.
Yeah.
So like anybody that doesn't know us, I think we said our names through it.
Yeah.
But,
on the YouTube screen card that we have,
yeah.
it says our names, but
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So
This episode we have a third member. We have a special guest named Grant Wood.
What's up, guys?
yeah.
He's a friend of ours that we knew in high school.
Yeah, we've known him for a while. I was actually on the same Little League baseball team as him, like over 10 years ago now, probably.
Yeah, we were big ballers back then.
Yeah.
Big ballers.
He's on Spotify and Apple Music as Kebo, Kebo. Makes some pretty dope music there.
I try. It's kind of a hobby right now, but I don't think I'll ever do like full length albums or anything. It's just kind of a thing. So we'll see how it
Something to
plays
have
out.
fun with.
Yeah.
I wish I could relate because like baseball is a fun sport, but I only played like flag football growing up, and baseball was like one of the only sports that I feel like I could have actually been good at.
Baseball is the only sport where you can be actively out of shape and still be like really good.
Yeah,
you can be fat chilling and just still be hitting dingers. And
I was
stuff.
about to say hit the fucking ball harder.
Yeah.
Like or even pitchers like Bartolo Colon. That
Oh,
dude's
yeah,
like
him.
fat as hell.
Pitchers might be the laziest athletes in the world.
Like you
And
just
no
have to have
disrespect.
one arm.
I mean, they do like it is hard to do what they do, especially at like an elite level.
Yeah.
Like controlling like the hand position and how you twist the ball. Like
You have
it's
to be
definitely-
very good.
Yeah.
But like that was very general, but like you have to be gifted at that, and you have to work hard. But at the same time, I think that they are the laziest athletes on this planet because you don't have to do the running, you don't have to do weightlifting. You just have to pitch.
You need that one arm to be good to go.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly. That's it. You don't have to be an athlete.
You could just be in a wheelchair.
That might mess up your throwing motion.
I don't know. Just throw it a little bit higher.
The first wheelchair pitcher. I'd like to see that.
Oh, hell yeah.
In the MLB, I'm sure there's wheelchair pitchers.
Can we just look up wheelchair pitchers real quick?
Yeah.
And while you're doing that, so on episode 2, we were discussing, or I brought up the fact that I sneeze when I eat chocolate, and we couldn't find any chocolate that episode, but Collin has now found chocolate. So, wheelchair basketball league.
There we go.
All right, so while we're laughing at this kid in a wheelchair throwing a baseball, I'm gonna eat this chocolate and see if I sneeze.
That was nice.
More ASMR.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it may be the anticipation that's like not gonna make it happen.
Yeah, I think you're psyching yourself out.
Just fucking saliva noises.
Get nice and close to the microphone.
I might sneeze just watching.
See, it's starting to tickle the nose.
Yeah.
But, like, it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
Maybe on, like, episode 135, I'll sneeze after, like... How about on our 100th episode, if we make it that far, I will bring a Hershey's Kiss. Because usually Hershey's Kiss are, like, the ones that do it.
These are, like, Dove chocolates, so maybe that's why.
Yeah, I think it's got to be Hershey's.
Yeah.
Damn you, Dove. Damn you.
All right, but you did experience some like nasal tingling.
It was a little. It was there a little bit.
Okay. All right, yeah. So as far as wheelchair pictures go, the only thing I could find is this kid in a wheelchair throwing out the first pitch at a Colorado Rockies game.
Man.
So I don't think it's a thing.
Well, they've got to have, actually, now that I think about it, they've got to have like a wheelchair baseball league or something.
All right.
Well, I mean, we already know there's wheelchair basketball.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's easier to play in a wheelchair than...
Collin.
I don't know.
Did you just say it's easy?
I'm very sorry.
I think I could throw a baseball out of a wheelchair much easier than I could dribble a basketball.
Oh, yeah. That seems way harder.
Yeah.
But imagine, like, somebody hits the ball and you're just, like, wheeling towards the ball to try to catch it.
I'm not saying they're good.
I don't know. I think, hey, if it's a pop fly, you got that. I guess they'd have to get some off-road tires on there, right?
Oh, it's a thing. It's wheelchair baseball's a thing. Here we go.
Okay.
All right. Well, look, he ain't even fully.
Yeah, he's
That's a
lifting his
cool
leg
picture,
out.
though. That must be in like, Colorado.
Oh my, yeah. Okay, the bases are like painted on, so you're not just like eating shit when you're trying to wheel toward the base.
Imagine you're in the batter's box in a wheelchair and the ball comes at you. Like, you're not moving. You're just gonna have to take that.
Might hit you and unparalyze you.
I feel like
hit the spine.
Have y'all ever been? I mean, we've all been hit with like sport balls before.
Yeah.
But like, have y'all ever had the anticipation that it was gonna happen right before it did?
I've been scared, and I've been scared that it was going to happen, and then it ended up happening. Like,
yeah.
Do you remember Drew Minter?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got hit by him, and
oof.
It hurt.
Do you remember Kyle Gardner?
Yeah.
What happened to him back in like 3rd or 4th grade?
Oh yeah, I was there.
You were there?
I was there. I was on the same team.
Oh my gosh.
I saw it happen.
Hitting the leg?
I thought he was dead.
No, so there was this kid, Kyle Gardner, was he the pitcher or?
He was pitching. Yeah.
You saw it. You tell the story.
So there's a kid who was like one of the best players in Little League, and Kyle was pitching to him, and the kid hits the ball right back at Kyle, deflects off his almost temple. And they said if it would have hit his temple, it would have been a lot worse. But it didn't hit. I guess
he would have been
this bone right here, and he's still knocked out and in the hospital.
If it would have hit him in the temple, he would have been in the wheelchair baseball league. I'm sorry about that.
Okay. But yeah, it hit him. As soon as it hit him, it just drops. And I actually caught it off of him.
You caught it?
No, the third baseman. The third baseman caught it off of him.
What would that be considered? Is that an out?
Yeah.
It didn't touch the ground,
Yeah.
I do remember there was one time where I was playing Little League baseball, and I was playing third base, and some kid just hit it, and it hit me directly in the stomach, and I was so pissed that I went and ran after him to go end his shit. I was restrained, but
no, there was one time. The reason I brought this up is because we were in my neighbor, or not my neighbor, but someone in my church group. We were in their backyard, and I know you know this story, and I may have told it to you, but my brother was sitting there, and he was teeing up a golf ball, and he was about to hit a golf ball in the backyard, and there was 13 people in the backyard, so I don't know, and I was directly in the way. And right before, as he was pulling it back, I was that ball's about to come and hit me in the face. And I just remember he just swung, and then I just saw the ball. It was like 3D just coming at me and hit me directly in the eye, or like right above the eye.
That's when you showed up in 6th grade with the huge black eye.
Yeah, and Austin Jensen, he just said, "Trey, who punched you?" Just like really, really loud. Which, I mean, I was just kind of like, no one, Austin. Like, I got hit with a golf ball. Everyone thought I got my ass kicked, but I was like, no, a golf ball kicked my ass.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, sad story.
No,
JK, it was kind of cool. Having a black eye's like kind of cool.
That it gives you clout, like.
It's just, it's a cool experience. It's like, damn, my face is all fucking deformed. Like,
I don't know if I've ever had a bad black eye. I'm sure I've had like a black eye.
have y'all ever broken any bones?
Never.
Me neither.
I've broken a few. So one time I've broken 2 fingers, so my pointer and my middle finger on my left hand. I've broken both of them. One time it's going to sound bad at first, but I'll explain. It was in a girl's pants.
Oh, okay.
Because I was at my camp, and we were playing like this basically kind of this big camp-wide tag game, but you had to pull flags, like flag football style, to get somebody out. So I went to grab this girl's flag, and my hand went, like, just specifically my middle finger went inside of her pants.
Like around the loop, or like in...
Like inside of her pants.
Okay.
And I was like 14. I like flipped out. I was like, I'm so sorry. And I just yanked my hand out. And like I look at my finger and it's fucking broken. And I'm like, ow.
So pulling it out broke your finger?
Yeah, because it got caught while I was pulling it out. And it broke my finger.
Did you even feel it break, or was it just you saw it and you were like, oh shit?
It hurt like shit, and then I looked at it and then I was like, yeah, that's probably why.
Damn.
The other finger I broke in 8th grade. I was blocking. I played offensive line. I was blocking Cosmo Strata, and I put my hand up a little too high, and it got caught between our face masks.
Oh,
and
yeah. That's a no.
Got crushed, and like my finger was like the size of like one of those little tangerines, like a little like what are those called? The cuties.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was legitimately that size, and I showed it to Coach Kane, and I was like, Coach, my finger hurts, and he was like, shut up and go back on the field, like, man up. I was like,
did he even pop it back in place?
No, it was I didn't even know it was broken until later.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
When my brother was in football, he said that he just like got out of a play and looked at his hand, and his middle finger was completely twisted sideways, and he was just like, and then his coach just came up to him and popped it back in place, and then he was like, get back on the field, and he was just like,
see, I never
looked at his hand.
I never broke any fingers in football, but I like
that.
What's it called? Like, I don't know.
Dislocated?
Not even that. Just like hurt it. Sprained, sure. But like, I went. I just told my coach it was broken because I hated football. I was like, Coach, it hurts. I'm sitting. Like, I don't want to come to practice.
I had like some type of tooth problem that got me out of practice whenever I was in football.
I hated football practice. I only played it in middle school. But...
Yeah, I only played it in middle school. But the face mask was the most terrifying part. You know what I mean? Because that's what I thought was like, if your fingers got caught in there, like...
Well, that will happen. Your fingers will break. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
An if.
Yeah, and then I remember there was only one time where I thought I had hurt myself. Like, I thought I had broke my leg, and that's because I played D-line, and I somehow, like, there was a big, like, dog pile beneath me, and my leg was caught in between everybody, and I kind of, like, twisted and, like, fell the wrong way. And I thought, as I was going down, I was like, okay, my leg's about to like break. This is not going to be fun. But I turned out to be okay, and that shit was kind of wild.
Well, there was one injury specifically where I was not okay. My junior year, it was my first varsity practice in pads, and we got just this JV tight end. I think it was Alec. Do you know Alec?
Alec West or whatever?
Yeah. Whatever his name is. I think it was him. and he was supposed to basically be a human hitting dummy for like the varsity guys. That was his job.
Wow.
And so it was a pulling drill, and I went to like go. Pulling drill is basically you just run somebody and just in their shit and hit them. But at the last second, he like crouched down into this weird position to like, I guess, prepare to get hit. And I wasn't prepared for it, and I didn't level myself in time. And my shoulder just like, for lack of a better word, exploded.
It discombobulated.
Yeah. But no, like it was dislocated. It was broken.
Oh.
I ended up losing 60% of my cartilage in that shoulder.
Oh my.
I tore my labrum. There was a chunk of bone that was floating around in the socket.
It's lit.
That they had to remove. But no. And then after that happened, I went up to Travis Buckmaster and I was like, "Hey, Travis." And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I just dislocated my shoulder. Can you pop it back in so I can keep practicing?" And then I kept practicing for 2 weeks. And then I hit it again and I heard a crunch.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like an audible crunch. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's it. And I went to the doctor and they were like, "Oh yeah, you're lucky you can still move your right arm." Like,
Jesus Christ. Yeah, not so I have like I have a lot of people in my family that are now working in the medical field, and like they're always just like, "Hey, come listen to this crazy story." And I'm like, honestly, I kind of don't want to, because then it reminds me of how fragile I am, and like I already have a phobia of doctor's offices and like the hospital. So telling me those type of stories, like I'm gonna dwell on it, and like there was a long time where I was afraid of having kidney stones.
I'm still afraid of having
Oh,
kidney
no.
stones.
I think everyone is.
I'm still afraid of it, but like I just try not to think about it anymore. You know what I mean? Because it was literally like all day I was like, bro, what if I get fucking kidney stones? Like I really don't want spiky rocks coming out of my dick. Like I really, really don't want that at all.
Drink lemon water.
I do. Anytime I go to a restaurant, I always squeeze that lemon in my water, and people are like, "Doesn't it taste lemony now?" And I'm like, "This is for my own protection, okay?"
Does that help with kidney stones?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I heard the science behind it. I guess maybe that the acid breaks it down. I have no idea.
I
couldn't tell you, but
lemon juice is like a natural Germ-X type thing. Like if you put it on your hands, I heard it's like can kind of do the same thing.
It's a sterilizer.
Yeah, and you can like prevent scurvy too.
Hell yeah, man! Who needs scurvy?
I don't need scurvy.
Yeah.
Forgot about that scurvy. You know what I'm afraid of? Was it Spanish flu?
What the fuck?
It killed like an eighth of the world's population,
and it just
like
disappeared.
The 1900s,
and then it's
might
come back.
Do we know what started it or like anything about it?
We don't know a whole lot about it from what I know.
Yeah,
and it's little
just
bit
gone.
Diseases in general.
It was more deadly than the plague, and then it like just left.
Just left.
I'm sure there's more to it.
Yeah, but let's hope that never happens.
Yeah, vaccinate your children.
Yeah, but so I guess we could just bring up some stories that Grant has from college.
Oh boy,
because like I've just been chilling and working. Like,
yeah, kind of same here. Like I was in college last semester. This semester I've just been, just same.
Okay, well, I can start with this past week.
Okay.
All right.
So I went to Los Angeles.
Oh, for real?
Spring break, yeah.
Oh shit.
Went to Disneyland Anaheim for 2 days, Disney World for 1, and then we went down to Manhattan Beach, right by LAX.
New York has a beach, bro?
Yeah, no. But we did a bunch of the beaches around there. But one of the nights, so we have a friend out of UCLA, and she was telling us about all these clubs that we can go to in LA. And of course, us being on vacation and us being college kids, we're like, well, what's the cheapest cover? We're not trying to pay $25 to get into a club. And so she's like, okay, well, here's some that are like $12. And I'm like, yeah, like that's perfect. It's not that bad. And a lot of them were gay clubs. And
yeah.
That speaks volumes to what she thought about you.
Well, see, I'm very, very comfortable with my sexuality, so I have no problem.
Yeah, you just like men.
I have no problem.
It took my brain a second to process.
Yeah, it did. But I had no problem going into one of those places and then coming out and being like,
yeah,
still like women.
Well, like I was in theater for years and like
yeah,
there's lots of gay people there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but so we went in very different. Let me tell you, I thought it was going to be somewhat the same. No, like this place the music was different. All the people there were, for some reason, very Asian.
Really?
I don't know why. I don't know why that is. Maybe it was just LA.
It's like a Bangkok club in the middle of LA.
It could be, yeah. But
lady boys.
yeah. No, yeah. A lot of promiscuous outfits.
Okay.
A lot of flashy outfits, but we just started dancing and a lot of I only had like 2 men hit on me the whole night. First one was very respectful. Just asked me if I wanted to dance. No, thank you. And the second one was maybe a little uncomfortable.
Came on a little strong.
Came on very strong.
How so?
Started throwing ass.
Oh, okay.
And
are there any pictures or videos of this?
Yeah.
I'd like some proof. Oh wow! Well, can this be the image we put on his YouTube thing?
I think he sent me a pretty great image, but I mean,
if it's a dude throwing ass on him, that definitely needs to be a picture.
I don't think I have that.
Damn.
I do have. No, I don't know if I have.
Yeah, we need a still from this. We just need a still from this.
All right.
Yeah. Let me turn off airplane mode.
No, see, this is. I want to go to the Pride Parade in Houston.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun.
Is it just popping or?
I've heard it gets fucking lit. Like people are going wild, which I just think would be funny as hell.
All right.
Like Jacob has gone there a couple years, and he's like, "Bro, it's pretty fun."
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, the very different vibe, right?
Yeah.
I do not recommend it, honestly. I think you could go your whole life without going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably will.
Yeah, to be honest, like I think it'd be funny. For one time, like you went, and that's a funny experience.
Funny.
That's a funny experience.
It was funny.
Do you think it was worth it?
You know what? Sure, it's another experience under my belt.
That's the right answer.
Yeah, you'll tell your grandkids about the time that you went to the gay club.
I might not tell my grandkids that. But,
I don't know. I'm gonna try to be as open as possible. Like shit, I found funny. Like
yeah. There's a lot of dick there too. Like just
like dancers, flopping around, just out. Just
no, not out. If it was out, I would not be there.
Yeah, that would have been something else.
Yeah, I would not. Yeah, but yeah, that's my LA story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Vegas was scary because I'm not 21 yet. I don't know if I'll get arrested on the air for this, but I have a fake.
You hear that, police?
I have an identification that
is legitimate.
No.
No, but let's just say it's legit.
Yes. Let's just say I have something.
You have an ID.
I have something that says that I may be older than I am.
Sounds good, yeah.
But so I went to Vegas with my family, and it was for my cousin's 21st birthday, and so everyone else there was 21, and I wasn't about to be the one person who was just not going with the group and not having fun. Yeah. So of course I was like, you know what? Yeah, like of course I'm gonna try it and stuff. And I'd used it before and it definitely worked. I'd only been kicked out of one club before, so
was it a gay club?
No. It was in.
It was only that one time.
Yeah, but
there ain't no gay clubs in College Station.
No. No, I don't think so.
There might be clubs that are gayer than others.
Might have more gay occupants.
I don't even know about that.
Really?
Yeah. It's very... Well, it's a very conservative
it's
university. Yeah, I don't even know if there are gay clubs there.
Save a horse, ride a cowboy, am I right?
Yeah. But, so I'd used my fake in... I had acquired alcohol in Vegas.
Okay.
Through means, and it worked all night, and was very just having a good time, and then tried to get into a club later on with all my cousins, and they had all gone in front of me, and I think the issue was that their identification was vertical, because you don't have to get a new ID once you turn 21. So it consists of you're 21, but it just has your birthday, and then
it has like the underage 21 until date of birth.
And so they all had that, and they had the Texas ones. I have a Texas one, and mine was sideways. And whenever the bouncer took it, he looked at it, kind of made a face, turned it around. And then he took it to his manager. At that point, I should have gotten out, but I didn't. And
you persisted.
I was very persistent, and I was very confident, and I should not have been. But so he brought it to someone else. That dude came up to me, and he goes, "How old are you?" And of course, I'm already in it. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna just say, "Oh, well, I'm 20. Sorry."
Got me, guys.
Yeah. I go, well, I'm 22, and he's like, I'm gonna give you one more chance. I hate fucking liars. Damn. So I was like, so I took a deep breath. 22. And he's like, all right, we're gonna go talk to the cops.
Fuck that ran off on the plug twice.
I said, no thanks. Just keep it. I'm gonna leave. And then he started walking me out. He goes, get the fuck out of here. He's like, I hate fucking liars, bro. I hate fucking liars. And just kept like following me out.
Hey, just come back when you're 21 and just be like.
But I was just like hunched over, just walking out.
Why did it put 22? Did you think that'd be more believable?
Well, I've had it for a while. I got it freshman year.
Oh,
so okay. I was 21 freshman year, now it's sophomore year.
Also, I know a lot of people will say like, it's more like what you said, like it's more believable if you're not exactly conveniently 21.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
I mean, you have to look the part a little bit. Like if you have a baby face, you can't just be like, oh, yep, I'm 24.
Yeah, well, I'd grown out my facial. I hadn't shaved, so like I was hoping that would help out, but. I think it was the actual ID that was, like, he could tell.
Like the picture, or
well,
because the picture was when you were 19, right?
Yeah, the picture looks a little photoshopped, to say the least. So it's not the best.
Well, when's your birthday?
October 27th.
Oh, okay.
That's my sister's birthday.
Damn,
that's right.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I got kicked out of a club in Vegas and got yelled at and thought I was going to get arrested, to be honest. So
see, that's the thing. Like, I have legs. Like, I'm gonna run.
Oh, I was walking out of there, but like if he had tried to like grab me or take, no, like
I feel like a lot of bouncers are just psychopaths.
He had an ego.
Yeah.
You know.
Damn.
Like you hear about like a lot of like a lot of these wild ass MMA fighters and stuff like that are bouncers on the side.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
see, if I was a bouncer, I think I would just be like, hey, look, man, I know this is fake. Just don't come in.
That does seem a little bit overreactionary.
Yeah. And I'm not, like, that's exactly what he said. I hate fucking liars, and he told me to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
And, like, I thought it was overkill. I'm not in any position to say that, like, I'm in the wrong. I'm in the right because I'm in the wrong. I'm doing something not legal, but you know.
But I mean, he probably did it when he was your age. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
that's like, I don't know. I have an understanding. Like, I feel like if you can understand where someone's coming from, you can kind of like adjust.
You can level with them.
Yeah, exactly. You can still tell him to get out, but like, I don't know. Maybe he was having a bad night.
Yeah. No beef with him.
No beef with Carlos from...
I don't remember his name.
I don't know why I gave him that name.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, I have some other talking points written down. What's y'all's favorite emoji?
Favorite emoji?
Yeah. Because I'm not even going to lie, emojis are kind of beautiful. Like, if you zoom in, they're very, very detailed.
I don't use them enough. I'm more of the what's it called, the Collin parentheses.
Oh, you know, old school.
XD.
Old school.
Yeah.
But I do like the cowboy hat emoji.
Oh yeah.
They need to make it an option to put a cowboy hat on any emoji.
Yes, I fully support that.
The sad cowboy needs to be like a real thing.
I still have a Snapchat sticker of the OG Apple gun. So like,
hey, that's like,
it's very it's a hot commodity.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think my favorite one might be the Apple mouse, just because it's like a white rectangle and it looks cool.
I want an Apple mouse. I've missed them.
Yeah, like this one.
Don't they have the little ball?
Cool.
It's like the little scroll thing.
Yeah, that's right under it.
Okay. No. I don't know if I'm looking through like my recently used most popular. It's really just the laughing one is the biggest. Then it's like fire.
I like both of the big eye emojis.
Yeah.
Just like
the bee emoji is a pretty
okay
commonly used one there.
I kind of fuck with the dinosaur ones.
I think the heart is my number one.
Just the red heart.
Yeah, just
damn classic.
You got options with the heart though.
I like the rhino. All of the animals are super cool. The shark is really badass. They need to add like a hammerhead.
Yeah.
What the fuck is up with hammerhead sharks? What's the evolutionary purpose of having your fucking eyes way out to the side?
That is a good ass question.
I used to be fucking obsessed with sharks.
Really?
This knowledge is somewhere deep down in my head. I just gotta find it. Okay, here's the thing. So I know sharks have like this sixth sense that it like senses electrical signals in the water.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. As for hammerheads, oh god, I might be completely fucking wrong here. I think it's just they evolved because I mean obviously evolution is like survival of the fittest. Like whoever is fit to survive will survive. I believe it's just because they had those sensors on the tip of their nose. So if the tip of your nose is wide as fuck, then you're gonna have a better sense of you're gonna have better electrical sensors.
Do you think they can like look behind them, like rear view mirror type shit?
Probably.
Yeah. So it says that
like look, that fool could just turn his eye that way.
Yeah, it says their mallet-shaped heads boost their ability to find that which they like to eat.
Huh.
Broader spread of highly specialized sensory organs.
Boom.
Oh, so yeah.
So I know about
more
sharks.
Surface area on their head.
I know about sharks. Don't question me when it comes to sharks.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't question. So I guess since you're there's already been almost 3 hours of me and Collin talking, so like probably 3 hours, but like if you just want to keep telling stories,
a lot of, let's see here.
Oh, can I tell my story of taking care of you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I know you
did. Well, that was the first time I think I had ever been blackout drunk, and I think I've only been blackout drunk
that one time.
Twice. Yeah.
Damn.
And that was the first time I had come into heavy alcohol usage. So yeah, go ahead.
So one time, I like going up to College Station. It's a lot of fun. It's a nice place to hang out, and I got some homies there. So like I always have a place to stay. So we were in their house. We went out, and as we came back, Grant was not having a very good time, and I think you were like laying on the couch, and it was me and Chandler or me and Brooks, I think. And we brought you to the bathroom, and you threw up, but this is when your hair was really long, and he accidentally dipped his head into it and got some vomit in his hair.
Tips.
Yeah, got some frosted tips, and then so I felt like a very good friend after this. I like put him over the bathtub, ran the thing, and then you had to like put your hair out and wash it out. And then we toweled, and then we like undressed you, put you in basketball shorts, not fully undressed, like to your underwear, and then put you in basketball shorts. Then laid you in bed, and you were like, "Thanks, bro." And I was like, "No problem, buddy." I didn't want you to throw up in your bed, so I was like, "This is just gonna have to, like, we just gonna have to take this risk."
Yeah.
So yeah, that was pretty fun.
So you're the dad friend when it comes to everybody.
I'll take care of people if I have to.
You've taken care of me before, not that.
Oh yeah, oh my gosh, that night.
Let me specify that like this is not like a common thing. I was tricked into going to a party. I put you
in that situation.
Yeah.
So it was only right that I got you out.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you want me to tell that story?
You can take it over from a certain point. I kind of want to explain like.
Oh. First, if you want to talk from your point of view.
I've never really heard any of this either because I wasn't there, and I've just seen videos.
You've seen the remnants.
Yeah. So okay, I'm not a partier. I'm not a drinker. Basically, call it lame if you want. It's just not what I do, right? But there was one time, it was like 5 days before graduation or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, it was the weekend before graduation. Trey hit me up and he was like, "Hey Collin, let's go play, I just got Injustice 2. Why don't you come over, let's play some Injustice 2. And I was like, hell yeah, I was super hyped. I come over to his place and he was like, "Oh, we're at this restaurant, Seabrook Waffle Company, right next to his house." And so I was like, all right, I'll meet him there. And I get there, and there's like 7 other guys there. Grant's one of them, and there's a few other guys that are all just chilling. I'm like, man, I don't think we're going to play Injustice. Mm-hmm. And he's like, no, we're going to a party. Get in the car. And I'm like, oh, shit. Like,
it's lit.
Yeah, you can take over from there.
Well, to be honest, I don't really remember a ton of it either. Like, it's not that I was like super drunk. It's that this was years ago, so it's like all the details are very, very faded a little bit. And whatchamacallit, pretty much I got you there, and we just started bumming drinks off of people and stuff. And throughout the night, as we had to go, like there was about 4 times where I told you, like with it at the very end, I told you, I was like, hey, stay here. I'm going to go get Jacob because I don't know where he is because he's very inebriated also. And I was like, I'm going to go find him. You stay here. And I would either go look for Jacob and then not find him, come back to the spot and you weren't there, or I found him and you weren't there. And that happened about 4 times. And so... And this was a big party. Like it was a couple hundred people.
A lot of times when I tell people about these stories, they're like, "You were at that party." Like, apparently, the one high school party I chose to go to was one of the most legendary parties that has ever taken place in League City.
But I pretty much I tried to get Collin out of there. He fell on the ground. and I took a picture of him, and it became a meme. People put like the black and white GTA wasted.
Oh
over
God,
it.
that's gotta be my picture for the YouTube card.
And then
we can't just talk about it and not show it.
Definitely. Do you? Was it? I think it was Kyle Wendell that put, "If I lay here."
Yeah.
If I just lay here. He put those lyrics over him like sprawled out on the ground.
I'm like spread eagle, and I've got like
in grass.
I've got various liquids just all over my shirt.
And then there's a video of you slapping a wine bag and then taking a big old chug and then screaming, and it gets all bass boosted.
But the funniest part about it is while I'm doing the chug, and this isn't because it was Corey Scanlon that took the video.
He goes, "Go Collin!"
Yeah. As I'm doing it, it completely by accident, it just pans over and you just see Trey just like, because he had cut me off like 5 minutes before. He was like, "Hey, stop! Like, I'm concerned for like your safety. You need to stop." And so it just pans over and you see Trey just like talking to somebody, but he's just looking over, going.
For about half a second, you just see me looking over, and it's like it's just enough to where I'm in frame, and you see me for like half a second, and then goes back,
like with a visible look of like shock and disappointment.
and it's like low res, but you can still tell, and then it goes back to Collin, and he just like screams, and
I'm like going Super Saiyan.
That video was kind of amazing. I'm very happy that happened.
It's one of my favorite videos to exist.
And then I found Jacob. I took you to go to Whataburger, and then we were gonna go back. So I took you to Whataburger. I don't even think we ended up getting food. We just turned around. We did?
Yeah. There's a picture of me with a patty melt, and it's just like,
I've never seen
it's like
this.
he survived.
Oh yeah, I definitely have that in my memories, but Snapchat memories. But whatchamacallit, I head back and someone calls me, just a random number calls me, and they go, "Hey, your friend's in a ditch," and I was like, alive? Like what does this mean? And she's like, I don't know. Your friend's just in a ditch, and like he said to call Trey. And that was Jacob, and
here's all those videos.
I had to,
there's he survived, and then there's just another.
Can we just put all of these
throughout the video on your shirt?
But I go back, and Jacob is laying on some giant yee ass truck. It's like lifted off the ground. He's laying on the tire, like in the grass. And it takes me about 5 minutes to walk him to my car, like down the road. And then Collin was already in my car. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like being DD. Like, it's kind of...
It's a big responsibility.
Yeah.
I remember
But I've done it so many times, and
I remember I was crying, but I don't remember why I was crying.
Yeah, you started crying. You got very emotional in the car, and I was like, "Collin, please calm down. Like, everything's okay." It was funny. It wasn't funny, but it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say?
Or I think I've only like cried drunk like once, but then like it was like for 5 seconds, and then I was like, back to bullying or whatever.
Here's the thing: is that I was sober before I even went to sleep. Like.
Oh yeah.
Alcohol went through my system like fast. Like by the time I went to sleep, I was like, man, that was pretty wild. You know?
Yeah, no. I'm the type of person that will tell you how much I love you and like appreciate you whenever I'm drunk. That's just what I do with like everyone.
Yeah, see, it's pretty fun. I haven't been drunk enough to like really know my thing, but
I have a alarm in my head every time I drink. I drink to the point where I know if I go any further, that it's not going to be fun anymore.
Well, and that's a good thing to have.
And it's like my alarm goes off and it's like, yo, stop. Mm-hmm. And then like that's what's funny is everyone tells me they don't have that, and I guess I'm lucky that I do.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of people have it. It just takes a while to like understand it. Like, because I know I haven't blacked out like since freshman year because I know now, like, I'm like, okay, well, this is it,
Yeah. Well, it's literally like, it's sort of like a voice in my head that's like, yo, okay, if you go any further, this is like gonna turn very, very nasty. And
I did
just
have
like,
one night, it was like 2 weeks ago, where I probably drank too much. I had like half a bottle of wine, beer, 5 shots of tequila,
Jesus
and juice, and and then like they had to help me up into my bed because I couldn't walk straight. But I woke up that morning, and I woke up in like women's Nike shorts, and I was
that's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
The night of my dad and my stepmom's wedding, I basically, after my mom's wedding, we kind of had not like a party, but like we all drank and we played video games.
Yeah.
We
Hello, get together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, night of my dad's wedding, my stepsisters go on to Whataburger without me and my sister, and so it's just me and my sister, and we're home, and I bring out this bottle of Jack, and I'm like, Sailor, we're getting fucking drunk. And Sailor's not having it. And so, basically, I drank almost an entire bottle of Jack. And it's the only time that I've ever, had memory gaps. Because the whole night, I was preparing this bomb-ass mac and cheese. Like, literally was, like, using all the different cheeses, adding in like meats and spices. Whole night I'm making mac and cheese. I never ate it. I never ate it. I was just making mac and cheese the entire night. And because
Not
I was
even
just
in the morning?
No. Because I was just like talking to Sailor, and then like these memory gaps. I just have these memory gaps, and I just remember one. I'm just talking to her memory gap, and then her ex-boyfriend is with her. And I'm like, when did you get here?
Yeah.
Like, I actually said that to him. And then, basically, another memory gap. I remember falling in one of the rooms and knocking over a bunch of shot glasses. And then I stood in the hallway of my door, like my door jamb, and they were trying to get me to go to bed. And I was like, I don't have to go to bed. And then I was like, I'm going to throw up. And they were like, throw up in the trash can that's right in front of you. And I was like, I'm not going to make it. And I, everywhere except the trash can.
That's how it be.
Yeah.
See, I'm not, I really don't like throwing up. It's not fun. Anytime I've had to in my life, I didn't enjoy it at all. So, like, that is my main reason that I'm just kind of like, I'm not going to drink until I pass out. Like,
yeah, no, it's ideal not to throw up. But every time I've had a Four Loko, I throw up. I think it's just because it's a bad drink. Like, it just doesn't sit well in my stomach.
Damn. I've drank Four Loko. They're okay. Like, but I haven't drank like a full one. So,
yeah.
So that's probably.
They are disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, I had a night where I just had 2 of them. One in each hand.
And you bless your soul.
I wasn't even drunk afterwards. Okay,
really?
I was like a little tipsy, but like I was just like, it was one of those nights we went to my buddy Steven's attic, and we just like all sat around and talked for a while, and
yeah. No, alcohol is one of those things where it's kind of like, for me personally, I'll do it, and I'm just like, oh yeah, that's why I don't really drink that much. And then just over time, I eventually get the urge to, and I'm just like, yeah, let's have some fun. And then it resets. I'm like, oh yeah, that's why I don't really do that.
Here's the thing: is I've been drunk maybe 5 times because I don't really drink, and like I'm very against like drinking a lot. Like constantly.
Yeah, I mean it is poison.
Like the whole like college attitude of like, oh, dude, we're going to get hammered every single day. Like, that's not for me. I don't support that.
There's this girl on Instagram that literally every single day uploads a video of her downing, like, entire bottles of vodka. And it's like,
That's how you get, like, kidney failure.
Like, you're getting social media clout, but it's like, you're also going to die, like, very soon. Like, I suggest you chill a little bit.
Yeah,
like it can lead to fun.
Just a suggestion.
Alcohol can lead to some like fun stories. It can lead to fun times. But at the end of the day, I don't find it very worth it to drink that often.
Well, yeah. Here's the thing, because like I've seen it in college, And there are some people that they literally let it ruin them.
Yeah.
And for me, like, I like to drink, but I don't, like, I like to drink because I like to have fun with people. I don't drink because, like, you know, it's like drinking, you know? So, like, there's some people that just let it ruin them and fail classes and stuff. And I've never once, like, let alcohol influence my studies or anything, because I'm legitimately there because I care about what I want to do.
Yeah.
And I will never let anything come in between that.
What are you looking into? Because, like, I feel like I haven't really talked to you about professional, like...
Biomedical sciences.
Oh, biomedical sciences.
Pre-med.
Oh, okay.
So... What
are you going to do with that?
Well, I'm a pre-PA right now, which is physician's assistant. Mm-hmm. And it's, like, one step below doctor. And it's honestly the move right now, what I'm hearing, because it's 27 months of schooling after, so it's a little bit less than medical school.
Yeah.
I've heard it's slightly easier to get into than medical school.
Mm-hmm.
They still make a good salary, and it's a little less pressure, I guess.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and it kind of checks off all my boxes of what I want.
Yeah.
So that's just what I've been looking into. Like, it's already changed a lot. I was pre-dentistry, but I don't really have a passion for dentistry.
Yeah.
I think not a lot of people do. I mean, I'm sure there are people, like, I just don't understand.
The people that want to be dentists always surprise me.
Yeah.
Like,
really?
I have a buddy from my camp who, like, I've always just, like, I don't know, just never struck me as a dentist.
Yeah.
But he was like, I was like, oh yeah, like, what are you gonna do? And he was like, oh, well, my dad's a dentist, so I think I'm just gonna, like, become a dentist and work at his place. And I was like,
see, that's what I wanted to do. My uncle was a dentist, and I wanted to just, you know, swoop in after him and continue on his practice, but it didn't work out. And I'm glad it didn't, because it's not really something I could see myself doing for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
What exactly will you be doing? Like,
I really want to do work specifically in dermatology.
Okay.
So like skin issues, because that's something that I've, like, struggled with. So, like, I definitely feel for those people. And, like, there's, like, one dermatologist that, like, I absolutely love, and, like, I don't think I'd want to, like, work with her, but, like, I'd definitely, like, shadow under her and stuff, because, like, she was, like, one of the realest people. She, like, because every single dermatologist that I've been to before her was just like, you know, let's try this. If it doesn't work, you know, let's just, like, come back in a couple months. And I went to her, and she was like, this is what you need. We'll get you out of here in 3 months. And she did exactly that, and I hadn't been back. So,
damn.
Like, bless her heart. Like, that's what I want to be able to do for other people, because I know, like, how much, like, it affected, like, my confidence.
Oh yeah.
Because I had really bad acne. I didn't say that, but, like, it, like, really affected my confidence, and, like, I know how it feels with, like, other people. Yeah. So I just want to be able to do that for other people.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
My little brother, he's 13. He doesn't really have, like, a set career path yet. But I think that's what everyone's kind of thinking he's going to do, is be a dermatologist.
Is he showing signs that he
just fucking loves popping pimples and shit. Like,
yeah.
It's like he has, for Christmas, he got, like, a pimple popping kit, and, like, he'll come to my room and be like, Collin, let me pop your pimples.
Damn.
Like, because I get,
is that
I don't get
good
it on my
for
face.
Because I've heard conflicting, like, I've heard...
I think it depends, right? Like, there's some... You probably know more, Grant.
I honestly don't know a whole lot about that, because I'm more into, like, the, I guess, like, prescribing medication for that issue. Like, I wouldn't mind, like, being the one to, like, pop all that stuff. Like, I don't really care about all that. But, like, I'd be the person to be, like, assess it and be like, okay, this is what you need prescribed. Or if I'm a PA, then I probably wouldn't. Well, I don't know how I might be, because what they kind of do is, like, they can do that kind of stuff if the doctor's busy. Yeah. But it just kind of depends.
You should just tell people to pop that bitch. Be like, pop all them motherfuckers. Just.
Well, sometimes I think it's not great, because I think if you, like, do it wrong, it can, like, scar the skin. Yeah. So I think that's the only negative thing. I could be wrong. It might open it up again and introduce like new bacteria and stuff too.
Yeah.
So I'm not 100% sure though. I can't tell you the right answer.
Yeah.
No, I went to a dermatologist exactly once, and it's because I had like these little bumps on my skin, and like we were like, oh my god, what are these things? Like they were all down my leg, and turns out I had like this extremely rare like skin condition that did absolutely nothing to you except put those little bumps there. It was like literally like 1 in every 15 million.
I've had I don't know why, but my entire life, my arms, I've had bumps all over my arms, like pimples and stuff. It it doesn't visually look that bad, so like I'm not tripping about it. But I would like to not have bumps on my arms. So like, if you could hook me up, Grant, that'd be pretty cool. Hook me up with some medication.
Got you in 4 years.
Yeah.
About 4 years.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a dermatologist, but I used to have warts on my fingers.
Yeah.
Like all around my fingers. And that was very confidence destroying because like I just kept my hands in my pockets all the time.
Yeah, I don't even remember this.
Yeah.
When was this?
Like freshman and sophomore year.
Okay.
But yeah, it was very terrible. It was horrible. But I remember going to, I guess it was a dermatologist, and they just sprayed all of the warts with liquid nitrogen.
Yeah.
That bitch hurt.
Yeah.
That hurt really bad.
That's very cool.
My fingers were like blue, and they were just aching, and I was just on the way home like, this is not fun. I'm not enjoying this.
Yeah, no, I had that done a few times, because I had like this one wart on my middle finger for like 3 years that just wouldn't go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then one day they just like froze that bitch off.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna say they went away, because that's what happened to mine. They literally just stopped, and like ever since then I've just been like hoping that they don't just come back.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I feel like it's like and I'm maybe completely wrong on this, but like I feel like it might be like an age thing, because like I remember when I was like younger, like maybe like 10 years old, I started getting warts. Like I had one right here and like a couple on my knees, and then whenever my siblings were also around 10, they started getting warts and stuff, and now I just don't.
That's like the same age I was.
They just went away.
Yeah. I seriously wonder if it's an age thing.
I think it is, because I don't know like too many. Like I don't think I've ever met an adult with like warts, or like it's not as common. At least I might have met some adults with like, warts and stuff, but it's not very common. Whereas like I feel like most people I know had a wart when they were like a kid, like 10 to 15 range. You know.
Yeah. Well, also, you just never know that if an adult may have it, but it's like on their butthole, so you just never know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure.
I've seen adults get them on their toes, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
Really?
Yeah.
My brother had one on the back of his ankle, and I just remember feeling for him, because like he would be going to war with that motherfucker, just like tearing it apart, cutting it off, and I was just like, ow. That doesn't look fun.
I tried to, this is going to sound kind of gross. I tried to bite mine off when I was little.
I bit mine a little bit.
I'm sure I did that too, actually.
I was like 10 or 11, and I used to swim like competitively a lot. Like,
and it made a flare up.
Yeah. Even though like I was a tiny little butterball, I was one of the fastest swimmers in the Houston area for my age.
Jeez.
And so I'd always be swimming like warm-up laps in the lap pool. I have a specific memory of this, and like it would kind of get like distorted a little bit, I guess. Like it would, like, you know how like if it's got water in it, it'll like
get all
puff
white.
up.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, I'm gonna remove this hoe, like, and just like start biting.
I took toenail clippers and just like
ooh. I got sewing needles and like
I'm just like feeling out, and like I'd
poke it in and have it sticking out.
Yeah. So honestly, I kind of want to change the subject because this shit is.
I don't like it.
So I guess I just wrote down things we're anticipating this year, like pretty much anything: movies, video games, albums, and I guess I can start it off by just saying that I'm waiting patiently for Mortal Kombat 11.
Okay.
And I'm going to play the shit out of that.
Yeah.
I just downloaded Mortal Kombat 10. to start playing it because I had 9 and I loved 9. I played through like the 9 story.
Yeah, 9 was amazing.
And then I just got 10 because it's on Game Pass. Mm-hmm. And I've been playing through that recently.
Yeah.
And so in kind of anticipation of playing 11.
Yeah, I don't know. Fighting games have become one of my favorite genres. Yeah. Like, what I like about it is it's a one-on-one grudge match. You know what I mean? And it's like you can do that in Call of Duty, but it's like you're literally locked in with them. Like it's you just got to fight it out. Yeah, it's very cool. Especially whenever you watch professionals. Like I've been
professional
watching
Super Smash Bros. Players.
Oh, that's different league.
Yeah, no. Because Smash Bros. I saw a video. This guy, he said regular fighting games are kind of like rock music or something like that. But he was like, Smash Bros. Is like jazz. Like it's just improvisation the entire time. There's no real set way to do anything. It's just
you have a much bigger and more dynamic stage than other fighting games.
Yeah.
But no, I've been playing a lot of Smash Bros.
Smash Bros. Is
kind of bad.
Have y'all seen Captain Marvel?
Yeah.
Not yet.
I watched it last Saturday.
I've not seen it yet.
What'd you think?
I thought it was really good. I can kind of see like a lot of people have been saying like Brie Larson was kind of the worst part of the movie.
She's kind of flat.
I've heard a lot of hate from it.
Yeah,
that.
I can see why. Like, I think I agree with that a little bit. She might not have been the best choice for the character.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But also I think she grew on me throughout the movie. Like it started off like a little like, okay, this is weird, but like there's a, not to spoil it, but like there's a specific moment like where she's like at full power. Like it's kind of like that like Goosebumps like oh shit moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I think when that happened, I was a lot more comfortable with like her and her character. Like I felt like she was kind of starting to go into it better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And especially like I feel like as the movies come on and like as Captain Marvel is featured in more and more movies.
Yeah.
I feel like from there she'll grow into it a lot more.
It's kind of like Doctor Strange, because like I saw Doctor Strange and like I really didn't even really care about him as a character, but once he was in Avengers, I freaking loved him in Avengers.
No,
I thought he was amazing in that.
Yeah.
I also think I'm getting a little bit tired, and this kind of started a while ago, but like the Marvel formula and just the whole tone, they all feel like they've been directed by the same person. Like there's no real individual.
I can see that.
I mean, there's still fun action movies, but it's like the tone, the jokes. It's like it's like
the jokes.
It's just like a factory. It feels that way.
Which I think they're also, that's why they're talking about Endgame being like the finale to the first like 10, 11 years of the Marvel universe. Because they're talking about how everything after Endgame is going to have like a decidedly different like tone and like different like.
They're gonna try to go the DC route.
I guess I don't know.
All super dark.
Are they making a second Black Panther?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
they're making a second movie.
I did not like Black Panther.
Really?
It looked like.
I just did not enjoy it.
I liked it a lot. I think maybe not top 5, but like top 7 or 8 Marvel movies for me.
All I saw was the final fight, and it's like you're literally just watching a cartoon. I really miss when movies, because like I watched a video and he's talking about these movies cannot be made without CG, and I understand that, and that's fine. I'm okay with CG, but it's like the extent that they go to, it's like it feels like none of it. Like there's shots in Captain Marvel where it's like. It looks like a fan film. Like, seriously, the green screen, everything. It's like, y'all could have shot this in, like, a real place. And it's like the difference between seeing a CG character and a real person that is, like, tangibly on screen. Your brain, like, there is a difference. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I thought Captain Marvel was pretty good about that.
I don't want to... There's just certain scenes where they're kind of in this... like endless area and she's talking to someone.
Oh,
just go back and rewatch that.
I think I'm gonna watch it this week.
Yeah, I think
I need to.
I think if you want full context, like for her,
yeah,
in going into Avengers, because Avengers is the movie I actually care about seeing.
Yeah, same.
But I just wanted some because I don't really know anything about her from the comics. So like,
yeah, I after I watched Avengers, I kind of like Googled her because
at the very end,
yeah.
So I like looked into her a little bit just to see, and apparently she's like the most powerful.
She's overpowered.
Yeah.
She just like of the current Marvel universe, she is definitely one of the most powerful.
It's like her and Thor, and then like
Hulk.
Is it? I think we did a.
They've kind of depowered Hulk.
Yeah.
Like in the comics, he's kind of like. It's kind of stupid.
I don't think anybody else is on the same level as her and Thor. I mean, any other heroes at least.
Yeah. My roommates and I did like a
Vision
power ranking a while ago of all of them.
Really?
What we thought. I don't remember it. I think we put her first though.
Yeah.
And we also discussed who would win, Gru from Despicable Me or Thanos.
Oh, Gru, no question.
Does Thanos wait? Does Thanos have the?
No,
is it just base Thanos?
Yes, base Thanos.
Base Thanos.
He beat the Hulk like effortlessly.
So like first, whenever you first think of that question, you're like Thanos, right?
Yeah.
But like you start looking at Gru, and like all the stats behind him, this dude can move. This dude is 14 feet tall. This dude, I forgot how much power he has, but this dude is ridiculous.
Because he stopped the missile, right? Mm-hmm. Like he stopped a missile with his bare hands.
Yeah.
What?
No, he knocked out a shark. Like
yeah.
This, like, and they said like that's like 300 pounds of force or something just from this movement. Like this dude is ridiculous.
Do y'all think of the current DC movies and the current Marvel movies, who do y'all think would actually win? Because I would really like for them to do one crossover movie that's like non-canon and it's just a battle to see who would win. Well, but then again, neither studio would want their team to lose.
Exactly.
So like that could never really happen.
I don't know, because
like they've got the Flash, the Flash, Superman. Like,
are we talking like? So we're gonna take like the top. Let's see. There's six members of the Justice League, right?
Yeah.
And then so we take. Are we saying like them versus the original 6 Avengers?
Yeah, let's say that.
Sure.
I think
DC's,
I take the Justice League.
I think DC's taking that.
Yeah,
I think Superman could probably single-handedly.
Yeah.
With the exception of Thor, just Superman
and
can
the
take
Hulk.
out.
Like,
I think Superman could beat the Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he could just throw his ass into the sun.
Well, because, I mean, they're probably both about equal in strength, but Superman has everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So, like, even if you make the argument for Hulk being stronger, it's like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in the comics, like, the idea of the Hulk is that the angrier he gets, the stronger he gets, and, like, he can just keep getting angrier. So, like... But I mean, in the movies, it's kind of vague. It's just like, he's strong, like, whenever he gets pissed.
I don't know. I feel like they...
But apparently, in the last movie, he was having fucking a hard time getting it up. So maybe he just has to...
One of the most useless characters. Him and freaking Vision.
Had
a whole-ass Infinity Stone in his head and was basically everybody's bitch throughout the entire movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Hulk was the biggest bitch to me. That movie.
I don't. Did they give any reason as to why? Like, for no reason, he's just kind of like, I can't do it.
Well,
like,
once men get into their 50s, they have a hard time.
He's not 50.
What? He's not 50?
He's like 40 something.
I think they might have explained it at the beginning, but I don't know if it was like that important of a reason. It might have literally just been like.
I think I read it's just because Thanos clapped his cheeks so hard. Like,
No, you're right. Maybe he was just having
confidence issues.
Yeah.
Like he
said, "Damn, I just got like bitch slapped pretty much." Like,
yeah, and then Mark Ruffalo is like, "Hey, Hulk, come back out." And he's like, "No, like I'm not facing that guy again."
Yeah.
Damn.
But
I think he needs to have an inner prep talk with the Hulk. And get fucking pissed.
I feel like he did.
Yeah. Watch him do it in the last one though. Just like the Hulk's just gone forever. That'd piss me off.
Yeah. I don't know. I think they kind of should have kept Edward Norton. I feel like he's a better Bruce Banner.
Yeah, but I mean, if they're not doing solo movies, there's no use in it.
I mean, I really don't care. It's just like I always thought he was a better Bruce Banner.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know, because the Hulk is like the only character that got a solo movie that doesn't have like active plans for like 3, because that's their formula. It's 3 solo movies, you know, and so Hulk got that one solo movie, and then like,
How much longer do you think this can last before people like seriously get tired?
They're gonna have to modify something after Endgame comes out, because you just spent essentially 11 years setting up the most insane finale of a storyline in cinematic history. You can't just expect to be able to top that. You're going to have to tone it down, and you're going to have to make something different.
I think the only thing they can do is bring in Galactus. And like, but the thing is, because they're about to buy Fox.
Yeah, the deal will be finalized on the 20th.
Which I'm kind of excited for. Like, if they do a Fantastic Four and X-Men, I am legitimately excited to see like the entire Marvel universe, or like the most popular heroes, like all together. I really do think that will be cool.
Yeah.
And it'll just be called like Marvel the movie, pretty much. But like I think Galactus is really the only thing that they can go after this. But like at the same time, I don't even know how they would like shoot that, or like how that would go, because he's literally like, he eats planets.
I heard somebody say that the next like big like series spanning villain should be Doctor Doom.
They could do Doctor Doom, but I just feel like Thanos, like, it controls everything about space and time and reality. So it's like,
you took it to a new level, and you can't really go above that.
Like Doctor Doom, it's like, yeah, he's a bad guy, but like he's never ever been on that level. You know what I mean?
There's no level above that. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I really do think Galactus is the only way.
I'm thinking,
and then after that, I think they're just like done. Like, I don't know
how they're going to continue.
Yeah,
like
I want to see them do an Illuminati storyline.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
For sure.
The Illuminati is like Doctor Doom, or Doctor.
It's Doctor Strange, Iron Man.
Black
in
Panther,
the comics, it's Doctor Strange, Iron Man, Black Panther, Professor X,
Reed Richards,
and
just fantastic.
Namor.
Yeah, and they're kind of like, they're a bunch of superheroes that they're the ones who send Hulk off to the other planet.
Oh,
like, I don't know how familiar you are with all.
They influence the world.
They're the Illuminati.
Yeah, and they protect
it's pretty cool.
Protect the Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
Huh.
But I also think eventually people are going to get a little bit, like, fatigued. You know what I mean?
For sure. And I think Marvel, to keep it up, is going to have to change it up, because I think right now their plan is, hey, we're not going to fucking end this. Like, why would we end this?
Oh, yeah.
They want a cinematic universe that's as expansive as the comic universe.
Yeah.
Right? Which I'm not against, but I also think that eventually the Marvel movies aren't going to be the mainstream thing anymore, and I don't think you're going to have the same finances and the same public support.
I'm still holding out hope. I almost said holding out Hulk. Holding out hope that DC will make a comeback, because I like the direction they're going now. Is that they're not really focused on setting up an expansive universe. They're set on telling alternate Earth storylines. Like, every movie is set on a different Earth, different circumstance. So
I've heard that I've heard that it's the same Earth, but they're just focusing on singular storylines.
I don't know. I mean, who friggin' knows? But I do think doing Elseworlds Tale is kind of the next step. Mm-hmm. You need to just throw in crazy ass. What if Superman turned into a Green Lantern, and then have a movie over that? Like, I think that could be, and that gives you infinite casts. Like, you get a different Superman, different Batman. Like,
yeah,
I just think that's more
sustainable.
It's more limitless. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going with a single universe that you're following, it's kind of limited. Just, you know what I mean? Yeah. But like, with that, you can just spin anything. You know what I mean? Because like, there's entire movies where like, or like there's comics where Superman crashes in Gotham and Thomas and Martha Wayne get him, so Superman is Bruce Wayne, and then he becomes Batman, but he has like Superman's powers.
I don't know a lot about the DC universe. It's kind of crazy.
DC I care more about. Like I've known more about DC just because Batman is like my favorite fictional character ever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like there's tons of good Elseworld stories.
Yeah, no. I was really just so when DC universe was first starting to get like built up and whatnot.
Back in the 50s?
Old DC extended universe.
Yeah.
I was very stubborn before I admitted that some of the movies were just bad. Like, I still think Man of Steel is an amazing movie that's, I don't understand why people get mad at that one.
Yeah, no, literally since that movie came out, every single complaint, I mean, it's not a perfect movie, because there's very rare, I mean, they're rare, very rare, but it's like, people shitted on that movie for no reason. Like, there's scenes in that movie that, like, almost brought me to tears. Like, just the part where Jonathan Kent is talking to him and he's like, should I just let them have died? And it's like, people criticized Jonathan Kent for saying maybe to Superman that, like, he maybe should have let the bus with all the kids drowned. And it's like, it's more realistic. Do you expect him to know all the answers and say the perfect thing? Like, I think that's a better acting than like, no, you should have, you definitely did the right thing. He's like, maybe.
It's like a real conversation.
Your son's a fucking alien. Like, but what are you going to say? Like, you're going to go, I don't fucking know, man. Like, I'm just as confused as you. Like, you're a young kid with a bunch of, because Superman pretty much is a human, but he just has powers. Yeah. Like, he's an alien, but he's also pretty much a human. Yeah. Like, on every other level. And it's like, So theoretically, he still has all the like testosterone and just different chemicals going on. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think of what's the name for it? Like kids, whenever they're growing up, puberty,
adolescence.
I'm trying to think. It's like all the chemicals that are going in your brain. Hormones. Yeah. It's like, so you're dealing with like this alien god kid. I mean, I don't want to go too long on this one scene, but it's like people shitted on Man of Steel for no reason at all. And I think him killing Zod, spoiler, was completely justified.
Yeah.
Fair point.
But like, that movie was great.
But they did get worse immediately. Yeah. Like,
then the second one was
so much potential in Batman versus Superman.
That was the second movie overall?
Yeah.
Suicide Squad wasn't before that?
Dude, when they announced that, I was so excited.
I remember we were hyped for years.
Oh, yeah. It was about 3 years of waiting. And then I was very... Like, I personally still enjoyed it. Like...
It was enjoyable, but it wasn't a good movie.
Yeah.
Like, okay, the scene where it's actually Superman fighting Batman lived up to my expectations that I had been waiting for 3 years.
I thought it was cool. Like...
Yeah.
But every other part of that movie just didn't live up.
I think Zack Snyder sometimes goes a little bit too far. I think he needs to be reined in sometimes by some people. Like, the whole Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor, like, I think you should have gone with a more familiar version.
Bryan Cranston.
I mean, you could find an unknown. Like, that's what I always think. Like, you can just find somebody who's a really good actor that nobody knows about that's just gonna, like, blow it out of the water, But also they need big names.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm not against Bryan Cranston as whatchamacallit, Lex Luthor. I think that'd be cool. But also, that's just, like, the basic fan casting. Like, he played another evil bald guy. Just do it again. Except no meth. Presumably.
No, man.
Right.
Lex Luthor out here doing that.
I don't know. It hurts because my whole life growing up, I imagined a Justice League movie in my head, and just because like
I
watching
didn't think Justice League was as bad as other people thought it was. I think that it had redeeming qualities, but I mean, it wasn't necessarily great. It wasn't perfect by any means, but
it had cool moments.
I wouldn't call it a straight up disappointment.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I wouldn't call it like amazing or terrible. It's just kind of like a movie, you know?
Yeah.
Like it wasn't really any worse than like the first Avenger or something like that, like Captain America. Yeah.
All right. Well, another kind of moving on from the whole like superhero movies topic.
Yeah.
What are other things, I guess, Grant, that you're like looking forward to coming this year? Putting
just pretty much anything like entertainment wise.
Oh, okay. So, completely forgot about this. I guess like overheard LA. That's like whatever. But like people were talking about Yandi.
Oh,
and I like in the past couple of weeks, I've been going back on some Kanye music. I don't know why, but Beautiful Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact. I'm not like a huge Kanye person.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah, but I listened to that whole album again twice.
It's a good album.
Yeah. There's so many good songs on it.
Yeah, like, and it flows really well.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, see, here's the thing. I've actually had to take a break from Kanye because it's probably been it's been a long time of me listening to him every single day, like, from every album. And so I'm actually kind of taking a break right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I found myself listening to a lot more of The Life of Pablo recently.
I've been going back on that too. But more of just like select songs. Like I never really listened through that.
I think Waves is my favorite song right now.
Like, Waves is my least favorite Kanye song of all time. It's literally the only Kanye song I actively don't like.
I like No More Parties in LA a lot.
Yeah.
And
that's where I got Turbo Thoughts from.
Yeah. Feedback, I don't think that gets enough hype.
Oh yeah.
Feedback is
There's a song with Young Thug on there.
Wait, what song?
I always forget the name, but Highlights.
Oh yeah.
But like nobody talks about like Thug's voice on that is absolutely beautiful.
Young Thug just doesn't get the vocal credit he deserves.
I think he's getting it a little bit more, but I still remember an era where like there are so many people that are big right now that were getting hated on like 2 years ago. Like everyone was just, oh, that's trash, and it's like
no, Thug is very experimental with his voice.
Yeah,
and you don't see that with a lot of other artists. There are other artists that are like
in
rap, definitely. They're kind of trying, but not to the extent that he's doing it, because you do not hear some of the stuff that he does in other artists.
Yeah, and he rides he rides a fine line. Or not for me, but it's like I feel like for a normal person, he rides a fine line of kind of being too extreme or too out there. Because there are some rappers that their voice is like ear grating to me, like Jay DeYoungin, or no, I don't know if it's Jay DeYoungin. I saw him live, and like I had not listened to any of his stuff. He went with Comethazine, and I was just kind of sitting in the crowd, and his voice, it sounds a little bit too much like a baby. Like an actual baby, and I'm just kind of like, his lyrics are hard, like he's got cool lyrics, but it's just kind of like that isn't enough.
I think kind of going back to what you said about like people like hating on people 2 years ago, like artists 2 years ago, 1 year ago, and then like riding them now. I think that's also, especially in Young Thug's case, was because out of context, a lot of his lyrics, like a lot of
my bitch, she a Jew.
Yeah, like it was a little like, okay, what the hell is this? But like,
definitely. Especially
because I mean, I was on that boat, and I'm not the biggest Young Thug fan, but like I was on that boat like back in high school. Oh gosh, what was that one huge song?
Lifestyle?
Yeah.
Living life again. That was the first. The first thing I ever saw of Young Thug was a meme where it's like a Power Ranger, and he's up in their base, and like the guy with the big face, he's talking to him, and he's like, Zordon, are you okay? And then it's just young Thug's face, and he goes, living life like the beginning, but this is only the beginning. And he's like, no, Zordon. And that was the first time I had seen or heard Young Thug, and I was like, What the fuck is this?
Did you not listen to Stoner?
No, I had heard Stoner.
I think Stoner was his like first big thing, and then
Lifestyle
he kind of like went not like downhill, but just like kind of like off everyone's charts, I guess. And
a little bit.
Lifestyle came out, and then ever since then, I think he's just.
I just remember roasting the ever living shit out of that song when it would come on in
I think
like the weight
did.
room while we were working out. Like the entire football team would just be like roasting the shit out of the song.
I used to not like Young Thug at all.
Dude, he was one of the first people that got me, because like growing up, I remember like Soulja Boy, like Pretty Boy Swag, which is funny because I actually think that shit's kind of like very entertaining now. Mm-hmm. But like back in the day, I was just like, this is fucking garbage, because like I only liked Tupac and Biggie, and all of the quote unquote like good rappers,
like the conscious rappers.
Yeah, and like I do still like them. Like there's a ton of like good people out there, Wu-Tang and all that from the 90s, but Young Thug was one of the first artists that I kind of understood, and my sense of humor, like I had just gotten on Vine and I was watching all of the just distorted bass boosted like and that's kind of when my brain, like I feel like the memosphere kind of started turning my brain into just what it is now, like the memes I like now where it's just like Legos and it's super low res and it just says I peed in your mom's vagina, and like those are the type of memes that crack me up.
They've just like completely just broken your sense of humor.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. It's broken.
And then like I met the Hubbies, and as I was getting into Young Thug, I watched an interview and they're talking about like why he says so much gay shit about Birdman and stuff, because he's just like he's like, they my hubbies, they my lovers, and I was like, this is amazing, like I just like a human being like this, like it's just amazing. And so that's where the Hubbies name come from. But yeah, Young Thug and Playboy Cardi. Whenever I first heard Broke Boy and like Beef, I was like, But Cardi is like one of my daily rotations. Like
I listen to him a lot.
His first mixtape, just the self-titled, I've been listening to that every day for quite a while now.
Yeah.
Like first time I heard Magnolia, he dropped the snippet on Twitter and I was just like,
really?
That it was like my brain, I don't know why, but that beat, like I couldn't even process the beat. I was just like, oh my God. Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool. But yeah, any other albums y'all are anticipating or anything?
I'm waiting for Kendrick to drop something else, man.
That is true.
Because he dropped Damn in like about this time 2017, like maybe like early April. And then there was the Black Panther album a little over a year ago, but that wasn't like...
He's working on something.
Yeah. The Black Panther album wasn't like a Kendrick album, you know?
It was a album. It was a movie soundtrack.
Yeah. Like it had some good songs, but like it was like I'm waiting for like something Kendrick to come out.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I like Good Kid, Mad City. I had kind of caught after the hype had died down a little bit, and I love that album. I still do. And then what's his next album? To Pimp a Butterfly. Like blew my mind. I love that album. It's a 10 out of 10 to me. And then, but like Damn was kind of a disappointment to me. Not even that the music was bad. Like it's good music, but I just could not get into it for no reason. Like I don't really know
Damn
why.
just never stuck with me.
Yeah. I like the songs. I know what you mean. Yeah.
It was just...
It's just like, Good Kid, Mad City, it sticks to me to this day.
Yeah.
Damn does not. I liked, at the time, like, was playing a couple songs. Like, I like, what's it called? Duckworth?
Yeah.
I like that song a lot, but like, just the album as a whole just never really...
I know what you mean. Like, you can appreciate it, like, critically, lyrically, whatever. Yeah. But, like, and you think it's a good song, but it's just not something that, like, I keep a few songs, like, in my rotation off of Damn. Like, I don't know why, but, like, right now, like, I really like Lust. I think.
See, I don't even know the names of the songs. Like, that's how much.
That's the one where.
What's one? Love me.
That's where I was thinking.
That song's just
love.
funny to me.
Yeah.
That's love.
Lust is the one where it's like, I need some water. Something
Oh,
came over me.
Yes.
I know what song. I'm just gonna have to re-listen to it to see but other people that I was hanging out with that were enjoying the album a lot more than me kept like, bro, you got to go back, and I would go back. And they'd be like, you still aren't feeling it? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know why.
It's not even that I'm not feeling it. I just like...
Yeah, like I said, the music on it is of quality. Like, it is quality, cool music. But it just... Like, what I've been finding is it's kind of something that I can't really put into words, but it's like art that I really like nowadays. It's like, I can't tell you why I like it. It's just like that. Like, that is what I'm fucking with super heavy.
Yeah. You got me in... Because you were the one that got me into Kendrick. And
what album?
Right after
To Pimp a Butterfly
dropped.
Yeah, because that's when I got super duper into
him. And for the first 6 months that album was out, like I was always on The Blacker the Berry. That was my favorite.
Yeah.
I don't even listen to that song anymore though. Like I don't even think I have it on my playlist.
Every song on that album is like insanely enjoyable to me. I went back a couple weeks ago and listened to it, and I was like, yeah, this shit still holds up for me.
Yeah. No, that's probably one of my favorite albums ever.
So you haven't really been feeling Kendrick since...
Well, I liked Damn. I didn't really get into To Pimp a Butterfly. Mm-hmm. And then I think Good Kid, Mad City, I just wasn't old enough to when it dropped, I just wasn't at that time where I could
understand the scope.
Yeah. And so now I go back to it, and of course now I'm like, damn, this is amazing to me.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like I missed it at the time,
Yeah.
I still love it. But I feel like if I were to go back and be the age I am now and listen to that album for the first time, it'd be completely different. I don't know how to explain it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's just kind of dropped when I was too young.
I feel
like I'm going back to almost not like a Tupac album or something like that, but I don't know. I feel like I'm going back, not to the night, not even to that. Just I don't know how to explain it. Just I feel like I'm going back to an album. And I just missed something. I missed the time period I was supposed to enjoy then.
I know what you mean, and I feel that a lot more with Section 80 than I do with...
definitely. Definitely with that
Good Kid, Mad City. I remember when Section 80 came out, it was 2010. 2011. I was in 6th, 7th grade.
Yeah, that flew under my radar.
Roasting the fuck out of the beginning of ADHD.
Oh,
because it's 8 doobies to the face.
Fuck that.
Yeah, and I remember hearing that and being what the ever living fuck is rap? Because that's when I for just no reason, just hated rap and everything about it.
Some people,
I was just a snob about it. I was if you don't listen to classic rock.
Yeah. That's how I was when I was a kid. But I've opened up to everything nowadays.
Definitely.
But I'm not gonna lie, this may be a controversial opinion, but I think, and I loved it when it came out, but I think The Life of Pablo is Kanye's weakest album.
Really?
For me.
Okay.
I just think as an entire album experience, it's cool the first time you listen to it, or I was on that album for a super long time, and when it dropped, that was insane.
Yeah, I remember
I was freaking out.
We were in theater.
Mm-hmm. Everyone was just waiting, because he kept teasing it, and everyone
I think one thing that kind of ruined it was that he dropped it only on Tidal at first.
I downloaded Tidal just to listen to it.
I did too.
Because there was a 30-day free trial.
You were telling me that he altered some of the songs when he put them out on iTunes.
Yeah, no, they're altered. My brother still has the original version, which it's really some small stuff, but I personally do like the original version. Some of the lyrics, in one of them he changes a lyric from Marina Parade Day Wavin', and to she went to school to be a real estate agent. on one of the songs, and I just thought like Marina Parade Day wave, like I thought that just sounded a lot cooler.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
That album, it's still like that tour that he went on was the most amazing concert I've ever been to in my life. So
Yeah.
No,
I feel that. I mean, I didn't go on the tour obviously, but like The Life of Pablo, it grew on me because I didn't like it as much
Cardi,
when it first came out. But
I've like dedicated that like every time Cardi comes to town, I will see him.
I really need to see him,
dude. He's my second best concert.
I still feel so bad because I completely forgot that we were gonna go to the Cardi concert, and then like a few days before.
Did you buy a ticket?
No, I never bought the ticket. That was the thing. Is that because you had hit me up when I was still in Stephenville?
Oh, okay.
And you were like, because I was like, oh man, I need another concert to go to. You were like, come with me to Playboy Cardi. Oh no, it was after I was like upset that I didn't get to go to Astrofest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And you were like, no, go to Cardi with me, and I was like, all right, I'm down. And then I didn't even realize it until I had Joey Cesarini over, and he was like, oh yeah, I'm about to go to Cardi tonight, and I was like, oh shit.
What's funny is like I had like 5 people that were there that were like texting me, and they were like, yo, meet us there, and I was like, okay, I'm on my way, and then I just never saw anyone in the crowd. But I mean, you know, it was an amazing, like one of the best mosh pits I've ever been in the entire show. And then the thing that sucks though, right after I saw him, like a couple weeks later, I saw Comethazine, and it was the worst concert I've ever been to.
Yeah, I can see how that would be.
Not because I don't like Comethazine. Like, I think his songs have a really fun energy. It's the people that were there. It was literally freshmen, like, white kids that were just, like, they didn't really know how to mosh. Like, you know, because concerts to me are a very sacred thing. It's, like, the only time in my life when I can really, like, freak out and just go nuts, you know what I mean? Like physically just freak out, and it's like into music I really like, and they were just kind of like very nervous. There was like one dude in there that was going super crazy, which I think his name's Yacht Captain on Twitter, but
Yacht Captain,
but that was, but like, no disrespect to Comethazine. Like, if there was a better crowd there, it would have been amazing. But I felt bad because I could see in his face that he was, like, pissed. He was just like...
I'm not a fan of Comethazine, personally.
His style, like, he has a formula to his songs, but, like, I don't know. That's what I mean is, like, I've kind of gotten to the point to where it's, like, I just kind of, like, enjoy it. I don't know.
Yeah. I've never been to, like, a bad concert... But, like, I've seen some pretty, like, awful opening acts.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Like, I think the worst... Well, I went to a Kyle concert. I'm actually wearing the T-shirt for it right now. And he had some opening acts. The first guy, his name was, like, Toby Lou. He was all right. I just never heard any of his songs. Second guy, his name was Marky Bassey.
I've heard of that.
He was trash.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he was absolutely wasted the whole time he was performing. He was just trash. He was bad. And then I went to a Logic concert, and Kyle opened for him, that was great. Then, oh God, what's his name? He's like a kind of Christian rapper.
Lecrae?
No, not Lecrae.
NF. Christian. Oh.
NF.
He's
basically the Christian Eminem, is what people call him.
No.
He was so...
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know if that sounds...
He was so bad. Like, literally, like, it's not even that the music was bad. It was just, like, he just stood there and just, like...
Yeah.
Stood there and just talked into the mic, basically, the whole time. Like, there was no showmanship.
You remember Toby Mac?
Yeah. I almost went to go, like, to a book signing with him at, like, at a Mardell bookstore. But, like, I didn't even really listen to his music, so I didn't go. But
when I went to, because I saw Kyle open up for Hoodie Allen, I really liked his performance because he was so interactive.
Yeah.
Like, he brought out lightsabers and, like, had, like, a lightsaber fight.
Didn't they play
goofy as fuck.
Didn't they play Smash Brothers on stage?
Yeah.
Logic and Kyle would they played Mario Kart on one of their tours. Not the one that I went to.
They're
that's
fun.
really cool.
Like both of them are both just like goofy, nerdy motherfuckers. But I love their music and I love like watching them in concert.
Yeah, I really liked watching Kyle. He was fun.
Yeah, they have like this entertainment factor.
Hell.
Yeah, no. Russ is like, I know it's popular to hate on him, but he's like actually.
I just feel like one of his concerts, like half the time you'd have your phone in there with the light turned on, just like.
Yeah.
It's just.
Swaying back and forth.
No.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to think. The worst opening act. Okay, he sounded amazing. It was right before the first time I saw Travis on the you went to, right? Or was it just me, Anthony? Because Volt Vision, that's like all we could talk about was Birds in the Trap.
I did not go to
Travis. Not
Travis.
Birds in the Trap. Was it Birds in
Yeah.
But that's not what the tour was called. Whatever. Birds in the Trap tour. Khaled opened up.
Yeah.
And he yes,
that
Khalid.
was before he was big too.
Yeah,
yeah.
He
wasn't
just
good.
No, he sounded amazing.
Yeah,
like his voice, he sounds exactly like he does on record. But it's like I'm in there ready to like mosh. You know what I mean? To some traffic, and it's like send me your location, and I was like I literally was just standing there.
It didn't fit the mood.
Not at all.
Yeah,
not at all. And then of course you have to wait an extra 45 minutes for Travis to come out. So you're just standing and your legs are getting tired and you're just like, damn it. But, and then, the worst, Post Malone also sounds amazing in concert. Astrofest, he sounds exactly like he does on record. But,
that's rare too.
But the worst opening act I've ever seen, I don't remember their name, and they're not like a popular group. It's just some random rock band. It was before I saw Circa Survive, I think the second time, because I've seen them 3 times, and they were literally, every single song was just them pretty much abusing their guitar. And I'm talking about just making this house screech, like just like for about 5 minutes, and then the song would end, and then they'd be like, thank you, and then start the next song, and it was and I was like, it felt like they played like 8 songs. I was just like, oh my god, like, get off the fucking stage. That was the only time where I was actively like pissed that the band wasn't out yet. I was just like, oh my god.
That's basically how I was with Marky Bassey. I wasn't actively pissed though. I was just like, what are you doing here? Like,
yeah,
please leave, because he's not even like a rapper really. He's like
motivational speaker.
No, he's like Walmart Great Value brand Justin Timberlake.
What the fuck? But does he rap at all?
I mean, it's kind of hip-hoppy, but not really.
I'm guessing he brings up poignant topics in America.
I don't even fucking remember. I just wanted him to leave.
I don't know. That shit, like, I feel like if you're gonna say the same thing that everyone else is saying, like, it doesn't really matter how poignantly you put it. And they're like, we're spreading awareness. It's
that's
like
why
everyone's already fucking aware.
I'm getting tired of like stand-up comics talking about Trump. Like, here's the thing. Not to get political. I don't want to get political, but like, it's just such low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Every freaking stand-up show is gonna talk about it.
And they're in the echo chamber.
I don't know what show it is, but there's always a commercial. I guess it's on Comedy Central or something. And it's the
Alec Baldwin,
the black dude. He's like always impersonating Trump. I'm like, I don't know what I always see the commercials for, but he's always, every time it's his show, he's impersonating Trump.
It's just like nice,
that's
bro.
like the.
It's just such
you did it. You did it.
Fruit. Like,
he's not president anymore. You did it.
Yeah.
Resist.
Like it's some of the material is even funny. Like, it's just after the first 1 billion times you hear the same joke, you're like, just talk about something else.
Yeah, there's lots of funny shit out there. Like, I don't know. I'm obviously in full support of people like saying what they want to say, or like, you know, if they feel displeased with something, it's like, hell yeah, make jokes about it, but just also have some self-awareness.
Be original.
Yeah, be original. Mm-hmm. Like, say something.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna say something political, because I really don't enjoy politics at all, it's like, if you're gonna say something political, I better be rolling on the floor. Like, because if I'm not, it's gonna ruin the joke. Like, pretty much.
Like, I saw this. Oh God, what's his name? Chang from The Hangover. Ken Jeong.
Yeah.
I saw his stand-up special recently. I was watching it with my parents, who are both like hardcore, like ultra Trump supporters. Or my mom and my stepdad. And like he was on a roll, like it was hilarious. And then like he just started like not even making jokes, just basically calling Donald Trump a racist. And it just like ruined the tone of the show. Like I was just like,
it's like the main goal you have is to be funny right now.
Yeah.
Like that's what you're here to do.
I don't mind when comedians get a little serious, you know? Like that's fine. But like
if you're gonna keep going with it.
He just wasn't even making jokes. He was just like basically just calling Trump racist, and it's like, which is neither here nor there. I don't care, but like,
there's plenty of like George Carlin. Like he's one of those comedians that did like he talked about serious things, but it's like he never went long enough to where it's like, oh yeah, I'm not in a lecture right now. Like I'm seeing a comedian.
Yeah.
Like. But I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to any comedy. Like, I don't know. Like, most comedians nowadays are just not that funny to me. Like, even ones that I did like John Mulaney, I saw one of his stand-ups that was, like, kind of early. I did like it. Mm-hmm. And to be honest, I haven't really listened to his new shit, but it's, like, I've seen a little bit of it, and it's, like, it just was not on the same level. Like, there was a time where I was up on, like, whenever... that skinny bird-looking dude, he had a show, Dimitri Martin.
Yeah.
That dude had some of the best humor because it was, like, super unique, and it's, like, you don't really see that.
I don't think his sense of humor is really cut out for a stand-up show, though.
I mean, he had plenty of good stand-ups.
Yeah.
His show was really good.
Yeah.
He had a show, it was just called, like, Things or something like that.
Things.
Yeah. He just talked about things, and it was pretty good. But
we can't really judge.
This is
a podcast called The Conversation Havers.
Yeah,
where we have conversations.
Yeah, gotta be just straight to the point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're reaching like 150, like 2 hours right now or something like that.
I mean, I'd say we probably cap out at about 2 hours, so we can kind of start the wrap up process if y'all want to.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down with whatever y'all want to do. It's our show.
But
I don't know. Let's see. I wrote down 3 things. I think I've already talked about 2 of them. I got favorite emoji, favorite color.
Favorite color?
Where you'd like to move one day.
Where I'll take that.
Let's do that one.
All right. No, I want to live on like a mansion in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. Like, I don't want anybody that I don't want in my life. Like, this is like when I retire. Like when I'm like 65, 70, like kind of keep it close enough to my family, but also just be like, no one that I don't want to see is going to be a part of my life. You know, like that's kind of what I'm feeling.
Yeah, I'm complete opposite.
Really?
Yeah, well, okay, at least I don't know what I want when I retire, but at least for whenever I want to have a place of my own, I would not want to live in California just because.
Fuck no.
It's so crazy over there, just like the lifestyle that everyone tries to live.
Yeah.
And
everyone's just fake.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so like.
I mean, there are cool people there. Like,
there are
generally.
Yeah. But like, it's a lot, It's a lot every day. It's a lot.
Well, like only place I would even consider is some type of unknown, like like some small town that you haven't really heard of that's like super beautiful. Yeah, that'd be cool. Or San Diego. I always thought San Diego.
Northern California, outside the Bay Area.
California. Yeah, I'd like. That's insanely expensive though.
Yeah.
Or I was thinking about like Washington, kind of like outside of Seattle by like Olympic National Park. I'd love to live there.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, because I have to be at least in my 20s, 30s, 40, maybe, I don't know about 40s, but 20s and 30s, I'd have to be near some type of city.
Mm-hmm.
I have to be somewhere that's like, there's a lot going on.
Yeah. I think I've always liked the idea, and it's probably just because I love Batman a lot, but I kind of like the idea of also being in a mansion, but not in the middle of nowhere, but also kind of outside the city enough.
That's really what I mean in a little bit. Like
I have to have some type of like mecca where there's a lot of people that I can go and like do things.
But you don't have to, like, it's not gonna interrupt your daily life.
Yeah.
But also that's like, okay, I'd want to be like 10 miles away from like the closest city. That's really what I mean.
I'd probably do less than that.
I'd do way less than that.
Probably, I mean, 5.
Like if we're looking at Houston, right? Just for like example, I'd probably want to live like River Oaks close. Not River Oaks, but like River Oaks close.
I would say like Pearland.
No, that's too far still. Like I hate living in League City and being this far from Houston. It's just kind of a hassle because not everything, but a lot of things I want to do are in Houston. Or
League City's like blowing up right now. Like
yeah it is.
I like
for like families and stuff.
Well, no, like not even that. Like I know, I'm not exactly authorized to talk on this, but like I know of some stuff that's about to happen that's like insane.
Are you talking about the
where the Sportsplex is?
Yeah, they are built that venue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that sounds sick.
So there was supposed to be, you know what?
But this hoe is also about to get congested as fuck.
That's why they're doing the construction on the highways. But you know, like the spacewalk, like on Clear Creek, they're building like a river walk, basically.
Really?
Yeah, and it's gonna have all that stuff, and that's where there was supposed to be a concert venue.
Yeah, that's right.
But that got canceled because Cynthia Woods Pavilion in the Woodlands, basically. There's something written into their building contract that says, oh, hey, by the way, in neighboring counties, there can't be like an event center that would directly compete with us. So the one in that League City concert venue, they were like, okay, we can't do that. They're turning it into like a furniture store or something now.
Yeah.
But there's a different one being built in like the Sportsplex area, and there's a bunch of other stuff going on. I can't necessarily talk about it. Like I know some stuff, but like
you'd get in trouble if you did, or what?
I know it through my dad.
Oh,
because my dad has kind of like been in contact with like League City officials about that kind of stuff.
He said, "Yo, what's up, y'all? What you doing?"
But also, like, I don't want to talk about specific details just because like not everything's finalized.
Yeah.
And I mean, he even got like a little mad at himself for telling me about it. You know?
Well, now it's on the podcast.
But the details on it, which is the important part.
Yeah.
Well, I think everyone knew about the concert. Thing. Like that's.
I think some people just didn't know that it was moving from where the spacewalk was to where Sportsplex is.
Are they still building the spacewalk?
Yeah, that's still happening.
Are they moving the concert center, or is that just not happening?
It's not happening. The new one is going to be different.
Okay.
But it's still going to be. It's not going to be. Yeah, it's going to be different.
Okay. Just different area, or.
Like a different style of like concert venue.
Interesting. I swear, if it's like all like country artists, like all like like Neil Diamond kind of stuff, like I mean,
he's not country.
I mean, not even that. Just like you know what I'm talking about. That crowd of people, like, because I feel like they might want to target the 40-year-old dads.
Yeah.
You know.
Maybe.
I mean, there's a wide range of people you could target in that area. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like lots of different artists could come through.
Yeah, no. So, I mean, just this whole area is kind of like starting to pop right now. I mean, we got the Top Golf that they just built.
I mean, is there another one now?
No, but not just built, but like that's like a pretty. It's
Well,
still
Bay Area blew up too.
What?
Not Bay Area, Baybrook Mall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. Baybrook Mall with the whole outside thing. They're putting a whole like theme park deal in Texas City.
Yeah.
Like right next to where like Buc-ee's.
And Tanger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like just the whole area. I read an article. League City is actually the fastest growing city in the country.
Yeah, I saw something about that too.
Yeah, like not like one of the fastest.
Did y'all know there's an entire underground tunnel system underneath Houston?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much a mall. I learned that yesterday, and that's sick as fuck.
The building, my dad used to work in the second tallest building in Houston, the big blue one.
Mm-hmm.
And that connects directly to the underground tunnel, so I got to like walk around with it with my dad, and like we'd go like eat there when I'd be chilling with him at work or whatever.
We used to go eat some lobster.
Rip Schneider's gonna find out how hard being a stapler really is.
I remember one time, whenever my nephew was being born, I went to Subway in the hospital. Like there was a Subway built in that bitch, and I got lobster on a sandwich.
They had lobster at Subway.
Yeah.
How was it?
Lobster mac and cheese.
It was good.
Have you ever had that?
But like,
Bro, yes.
Yes, that is a
lobster
different
mac
level.
and cheese. Where can you find this?
Food trucks have some good lobster mac and cheese, but the best lobster mac and cheese I've had was in Florida, like on the beach.
Well, shit. Ooh, me and Collin talked about this in the last episode. I wouldn't want to live there, but would y'all be down to make a road trip down to Tampa to
see where he did it to him?
Oh,
to
is
the
that
exact?
there?
They found
Yeah,
the spot.
it's outside of Tampa.
Yeah.
No, I'm being dead ass
Like-
serious. Like that's what I wanted to do this spring break.
Like,
Yeah.
I want to make enough money to where like I don't have a job or anything, and then just be like, yo, let's just drive down to Tampa and
There's a cool
take a
island
picture.
outside of Tampa that I went to twice with my family. It's called Anna Maria Island.
Oh, I've been there.
Yeah, dude. It's
Yeah.
like probably like an hour outside of Tampa, I guess.
Mhm.
But that place is very cool.
Yeah,
Damn.
no, that's the one place that I've been in Florida that isn't Disney World.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, that place is really, really cool. Beautiful beaches and water and stuff like that. Polar opposite of Galveston.
Yeah, no, I just stopped going to the beach here.
And whenever we can, I want to go back to Greece with a bunch of my friends.
Dude.
Since I have an open house there.
Yeah, I haven't been to Greece since I was 2 or 3, because I'm Greek. My family's from Greece. Or part of my family's from Greece.
Mm-hmm.
And my yaya, I don't know if she still does, but she has like a house there.
What part? Like,
I think Athens. I'm not even sure. I don't want to say. But also she kind of had a falling out with the person who owns the house technically. So I don't know the whole deal, but like I've been wanting to go back to Greece for a very long time.
hey, well, whenever we all got some free time and willing to pay a plane ticket,
Yeah.
like I literally just have a house. Like it's not mine, but like I can go there and just chill.
Is
so
it
like,
through?
it's my brother's wife.
Yeah.
Huh.
My yaya taught his brother's wife piano because they went to the same Greek Orthodox church.
But yeah, it's on this island called Rhodes, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, we can just pull up like pretty much anytime.
That's very tempting. I have my
I'm down.
passport now, so like I'm ready to go. I've never been out of the country.
Really?
Yeah.
You see, I've been to like 25 countries and I don't have a passport right now.
You don't have to flex on us.
Yeah.
Okay, but like I'm just saying, like it's ironic.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
have a passport right now.
Yeah, and we took a boat to Athens. It was like we just slept on the boat and then came there in the morning. It's pretty cool.
That'd be dope.
Yeah. Apparently, I've been sailing in the Mediterranean. I just don't remember it.
Huh. I want to do that so bad.
Yeah.
I want to see Greece.
Dude, the water there is literally we were on a boat, me and my brother going out there to go parasailing, and I was just looking at the water and like I couldn't even fully process how blue it was. Like it literally didn't even look real. I was just like, because I'm used to doo-doo brown dirty water.
I'm trying to go back to my homeland, the land of my ancestors.
Yeah. I also just want to go to New York and free climb some rocks.
Dude, like Central Park.
Yeah,
that was
like,
so.
That was my favorite part of that entire trip.
I thought you were gonna say free climb a building, just like with the suction cups.
Shit,
like Tom Cruise.
Might have to do that too.
Yeah.
All right, but how are we doing on time?
Time, we are at 1:59. So
let's just
down.
Should probably
40,
39. But no, so
that's
I
pretty.
think we can wrap it up now.
Yeah.
So this has been the Conversation Havers podcast.
Yeah.
Do you want to do some shout outs for like your social media if you want?
Yeah.
You don't have to.
It's all right. Twitter is woodgrant08. Y'all can follow me on Twitter if y'all really care.
Don't follow him on anything else.
Yeah.
Just Twitter.
Just Twitter.
No, yeah. Dope. We still haven't really fully gotten the outro.
Yeah, I guess just like outro
now.
now.
Now.